Hey scrappers, Moose here. So this video is the second place runner-up in the poll that I had. It's scrapping a amplifier. Although I will say that initially I thought it was a car amplifier, but it's not. It's another type of amplifier. It does work. I have tried selling it on eBay. I could not even get 10 bucks for it, so I'm going to make a video out of it. So let's take a look. It looks like, first and foremost, there's going to be a lot of aluminum in this puppy. So I'm going to start off by taking all these little things off here. Ooh, looky, looky. I see gold plating. That's what I like to see. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to take off all of these nuts and these screws. So we will come back after I've got that done. Alright, so finally we've got this thing taken apart. Let's start with some good old-fashioned basics here. So first of all, this big chunk of aluminum, check it with a magnet first. Nothing's sticking. So, alright, but it does have little pieces there that look like they're either part of a thermocouple that I pulled off the back, which is this thing. Alright, and I've heard that these contain silver, but I'm not quite sure. So if any of you folks are watching, know anything about these, please put it in the comments. Hold it up again so you can see it real well. This is what we're looking at. So if you've seen that before and you know what's in there, please let us know. Alright, so take that out. Alright, and the next thing that I'm seeing on this that I want to point out is there's like some kind of braided wire, something or other, up in here. So you want to make sure you take that out as well. You don't want you don't want to give the scrapyard a reason to not give you the best price for this. I'm pretty sure this is extruded aluminum, which gets a pretty good price, and that is, I'd say, clean, except for this little piece of plastic that I'll get off later. So we'll put that off to the side for now. That is heavy. So the next thing we want to do is, and something that even I forget to do once in a while, is take a magnet thing. So these little side panels, that little thing right there, not magnetic. So most likely aluminum. That might be non-magnetic stainless steel. All I gotta do is just take a grinder to it. If it throws off sparks, it's steel. If it doesn't, it's aluminum. And this is the same thing. And we've got all these little screws. Alright, so just the washers are sticking. So those are probably, just the steel. So we'll put that over here in one pile. And everything else in here is most likely going to be non-magnetic stainless steel, as far as the screws go. It's very common to find those. So put those aside. It just looks like a handful of screws, but non-magnetic stainless steel gets more money per pound than regular steel. So you definitely want to put those aside. These little things that were on the end of the thermocouple, I don't know if you can see that too well, but that looks like it's silver coated or silver plated. So I'm going to put those aside until I can find out more information on them. Worst case scenario, I've got a bunch of silver plate stuff that I keep in one bucket so that I can send that off to get recovered Usually get a good price for that because of the copper or brass that's underneath it as well. And then this back panel, yeah, that's all not magnetic, so I'm guessing that as well, this panel is aluminum. So let's set that over there carefully. And again, there's this little, I believe it's a thermocouple or some kind of, heat sensor. I've taken one apart. This thing comes off and it looks like there's just like a wire going across. I've heard that that's silver. It could be something else. Again, if you know anything about that, please put it in the comment section and let the rest of us know. There was this little doodad stuck to it, which is just, plastic with some screws on it. So I'm going to put that aside. And then finally, the circuit board. So what I'm noticing about this circuit board first and foremost is that there's a lot of little gold plating on it. And because of the amount of gold plating, I'm very curious to see if it's actually gold plated underneath the solder mask as well. Now typically scratching is not the best idea because the gold layer is so thin that you can scratch it off too, but it looks like it's copper underneath. So probably not gold plated all the way through. That's fine. That's fine. Alright. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to figure out how to get these. Oops, that just popped off. Alright, well, let's start with that. So this little thing popped off. Don't know what it is, but it's light. It's got aluminum on it, aluminum heatsink kind of thing, with little gold-plated pins, and looks like lithium grease or something. So that probably gets hot. And another one of those right there. And let's see, we've got this bad boy. It's a jumper with some gold-plated pins on the end of that. Looks like another one there. And 3 more there. Now these look like better quality gold-plated pins because they're gold-plated like all the way down, and even the base of it. I don't know if you can see that. So those will be worth pulling out. Oh, another one. I have no idea what that is, but it's got some really nice gold-plated legs on it. And another one. It's got another chunk of aluminum with gold-plated pins. Alright. But as far as other components on here, I'm not quite sure what a diplex filter is. So let's take that apart. Oh, that's one of those things that's got little copper coils in it. But snuggled right next to it, there are a whole bunch of little monolithic ceramic capacitors in there. So I might pull those off. But I think that this board most likely is going to have a run-in with my air chisel, because the board itself has a lot of little gold-plated dots on it. So I'm going to remove everything from it and then just let it soak in AP for a while, get those little gold dots off. Alright, so that's it for the amplifier. So pretty simple breakdown, a lot of screws. But there's a nice big chunk of aluminum, which that's at least 3 or 4 pounds. It's a big chunk, and a nice little board. It's a lot of fun playing with that. So that's pretty much it. I want to thank you folks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Please share. If you see a video that you like, share it with your friends on Facebook. Whatever. And hit that bell so that you'll get notifications whenever I post something new, which I am trying to be better at posting, decent content more often. So if you want to see more of that, please, help me out by doing all those things, the comment, the liking, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.